Welcome to ET English, the unique English language learning feature of the Education Times. This recording is brought to you by Achini Abegunwadana and her team at London Academy of Speech. The Education Times comes to you every week with the Sunday Times, a leading publication of Vijaya Newspapers Limited. ET English introduces a unique way of learning English through stories. It has a short prose passage taken from a novel, a picture story, both of which are being published in episodes every week. All the lessons and activities that are given in the feature are from these two stories. Many English scholars accept that when you learn a language through stories, you remember them better. Further, the picture story will complement this by adding the visual component as well, where it will help the readers create vivid images in their minds, helping them to remember those dialogues and words through those incidents. The first episode of ET English appeared in the Education Times section on the 13th of September 2015. Now, we are going to bring the audio version of this feature where you can listen to the stories and lessons. First, the picture story, secondly, the novel, and finally, the lessons. To get the best out of this feature, we suggest that you get a copy of the Education Times and also a dictionary. It will also help if you have read the feature once or twice on your own. At the same time, try to get the correct pronunciation by listening to the audio attentively and repeatedly and trying to read it after every dialogue, emulating the voices that you hear. You will now listen to the ET English lesson that appeared in the Education Times section of the Sunday Times on the 15th of May 2016. This page will be uploaded to the ET English website on the 23rd of May 2016. We shall start now. ET English 35. We start with The Igenas, written by Ranjit Gunaratna, illustrations by Anton B. Pereira. Episode 25.
No, I don't want the card. Just give me the number.
I told you once. Tell me what you want and I will get it for you.
The next day, after school, Sudesh is waiting for his car to pick him up. The stranger who was at Param's computer shop, Mahesh, is coming towards him.
Hello, Sudesh.
Who are you?
I'm Mahesh. You don't remember me? We met yesterday at Shiva's shop.
Shiva. You mean Param's father? Oh yeah, I saw you at the shop.
You see, Shiva is a good friend of mine. We are business partners.
A little later, the car arrives to pick Sudesh up.
Well, Mahesh Ayya, I have to go now. My driver is waiting.
Okay, Sudesh. See you later.
The next day, Sudesh is telling his friends about the encounter with Mahesh.
He said he has business partners in Europe and USA.
My father has so many suppliers. Some of them even I don't know.
Anyway, he seems to be a nice guy.
Let me ask my father about him.
By the way, Param, have you heard the latest hot news?
Hot news? About what? Or who?
Now, let's listen to the story taken from The Mirror of Paradise by Asghar Hussain. Ratnapala Scarecrow, Episode 2. A few minutes later, Appuhami was in his bed and his eyelids were closing when someone burst into his room. It took him a while to recognize his daughter who had just returned from school. She stood before him angrily, her clenched fists firmly on her hips. "Why, Doo, what's the matter?" "It's that demon in Ratnapala's field." "Ah, yes, I just heard about it." "Ane, it's horrible, Tati. Nangi thought it will chase her." "Does it really look like a demon?" "Yes, Tati. You must see it for yourself." And so that evening, Appuhami took the footpath which led to Ratnapala's paddy field about half a mile away. What he now saw left him dazed. There, in the centre of the field, it stood, with a protruding tongue, incisor teeth, a headdress of entwined snakes, and bulging eyes that glared at passerby.
Activity 1. Read the text and answer the questions in complete sentences. Number 1. Who burst into Appuhami's room when his eyelids were closing? Number 2. How did Appuhami's daughter stand before him? Number 3. What was in Ratnapala's paddy field? Number 4. What did Nangi think? Number 5. What did Appuhami do that evening?
Activity 2. Frame appropriate questions for the statements given below. Number 1. Appuhami's eyelids were closing because he was very sleepy. Number 2. It took some time to recognize his daughter because he was so tired and drowsy. Number 3. Appuhami asked his Doo what the matter was. Number 4. She told him that it was that demon in Ratnapala's field. Number 5. The demon was in the center of the paddy field. Activity 3. Grammar focus. Understanding pronominal references. Read the text and find out the contextual reference of the pronouns underlined in the text. Answers for the first and second blanks are given as examples. Number 1. His. Appuhami's. Number 2. Him. Appuhami. Number 3. His. Number 4. She. Number 5. Him. Number 6. Her. Number 7. Her. Number 8. I. Number 9. It. Number 10. Her. Number 11. It. Number 12. You. Number 13. It. Number 14. He. And number 15. Him.
Activity 4. Read the picture story and match the questions with their respective responses. Column A. Questions. Number 1. What did Sudesh ask his father? Number 2. What did Sudesh's father tell him? Number 3. What did Sudesh ask Mahesh? Number 4. Where did Mahesh meet Sudesh? Number 5. What did Sudesh tell Param about Mahesh? Column B. Responses. A. He asked Mahesh who he was. B. He met him at Shiva's shop. C. He told Sudesh to tell him what he wanted. D. He told him that Mahesh had business partners in Europe and the USA. E. He asked for the number.
Now let's look at the word bank for this week. Most of the meanings given are relevant to the context of the stories. Number 1. Eyelids. The thin skin above and below the eye. Number 2, burst. To come from somewhere suddenly. Number 3, recognize. To know who somebody is when you see or hear them because you have seen or heard them before. Number 4, clench. To hold something tightly and firmly. Number 5, fists. A hand when it is tightly closed with fingers bent into the palm. Number 6, firmly. In a strong or definite way. Number 7, horrible. Very bad or unpleasant. Used to describe something that you will not like. Number 8, chase. To come after somebody in order to catch them. Number 9, protrude. To stick out from a place or a surface. Number 10, incisor. One of the 8 sharp teeth at the front of the mouth that are used for biting. Number 11, entwined. To twist or wind something around something else. Number 12, headdress. A covering worn on the head on special occasions. Number 13, daze. In a confused state. Number 14, glare. To look at somebody or something in an angry way. Number 15, passerby. A person who is going past something. Let's look at the answers for the lessons done last week. Activity 1, question number 1, A, question number 2, C, question number 3, A, question number 4, C, question number 5, C. Activity 2, question number 1, C, question number 2, A, question number 3, E, question number 4, B, question number 5, D. Activity 3. Number 1, Appuhamis. Number 2, Appuhami. Number 3, Appuhami. Number 4, his friend. Number 5, Appuhami. Number 6, his friend. Number 7, a pot of curd. Number 8, Appuhamis. Number 9, his friend. Number 10, his friend. Number 11, Appuhamis. Number 12, his friend. Number 13, his friend. Number 14, Appuhami. Number 15, demon or scarecrow. Number 16, his friend. Number 17, his friend. Number 18, his friends. Number 19, his friend. Number 20, his friend. The answers for activity 4. Number 1, D. Number 2, A. Number 3, B. Number 4, E. Number 5, C. Dear listeners, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to our recording brought to you by the London Academy of Speech. You are welcome to give us your feedback and suggestions on the telephone numbers and the email address given in the ET English feature in the Education Times section. We will meet you again with ET English, episode 36. Until then, goodbye and happy learning.